Rockeyez would like to welcome Mr. Ted Poley. Hey, Ted, what's up?
Hey, man, how are you?
Very good, very good. You sound a little tired today.
Yeah, I'm a little bit banged up from the tour, a little bit of jet lag still in the system, but happy to be speaking with you and already working on more dates, so it never ends.
Cool, cool, cool. Like August 9th through 11th, you played Sweden. Tell me a little bit about those shows.
It was awesome, actually. We played two clubs where where we've been before, and we've had a great time there. The club owners are fans, and we've just had that was excellent. Those were sort of warm-up shows for the big festival, which I can't even still pronounce Skogsbrojet. I know that's not right in Swedish, but that's the name of, well, as I understand it, but I pronounce it wrong every time. That was great. It was a huge outdoor thing, thousands of fans, and was amazing. We had a great time. I love the big stages. The best, obviously, but there's something to be said for the hot, sweaty club thing, too. We love that as well. But it's nice to get on the big stages once in a while.
Right, right. And then you switched also a date. You were supposed to play the 16th, but instead you played the 15th in Belgium. How was that?
Yeah, Belgium was excellent. It's actually a really cool city. It was, turning lemons into lemonade kind of situation. Our German gig got canceled in advance because the promoter got cold feet when, if he would have hung in there, we actually ended up with a good number of fans at all those shows. But, sometimes you got to wait for that walk-up, and that's the way it goes. Anyway, but we were lucky enough to reroute to Belgium, and it's a really cool old city. And we had a great show there. It was kind of last minute, and it was tough. We drove right in, basically went right to the city, right on stage. But hey, that's rock and roll, and that's the way it goes sometimes. And it was a day off the next day anyway. So we put out a good show that in Belgium. The fans are crazy there. I have to say, we like to say, hey, it's the best crowd we've ever played in front of all the time, because we're truly meaning it at the time. We're having a great time, but that Belgian crowd, they're really starved for rock. And I kind of know why now, because it's tough city. We were in Antwerp, and just negotiating those streets. You're driving with trains that are almost killing you on the same streets, and it's just really tough, very windy streets for a tour van. And just to even get into these small clubs, I don't imagine that they get too many shows in there, and they sure appreciated it, and they went crazy. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Then you went to Germany on the 17th.
I think so. I mean, if I have the dates wrong, I just can't remember dates, the whole thing. Like I say, I'm still recovering. But we were in Germany, and it was, once again, all the shows were great, so I do remember that one a little bit. We had a little bit of drinking on this tour, and once again, we drove about 6 hours, 7 hours a day in a hot van with only a few hours of sleep in any given hotel night, as it should be on a rock tour, as you can expect. Like I say, we're banged up, and I'll have to go back to my notes to actually remember dates and times more accurately.
Cool, cool. And on the 18th, you played Switzerland, and you had a guest on stage during Naughty Naughty. Tell me about that.
Oh, well, that's Philip from the band Glorious Story, and they're a band that has toured with us before. We love them. Look them up, The Glorious Story. And he's the lead singer of that band. They're really nice guys, crazy, younger guys, still just having a great time. And he's our very good friend. He was responsible for almost acting as tour manager for the whole thing, along with my musical director, Doug Odell, who really, acted as my tour manager as well on this tour. And basically, the last night, as a courtesy, as I always do, I thank everybody. We come up on stage, we do some drinking, we sing Naughty Naughty, and he's a great front man and a really cool guy, great singer, and we had a lot of fun. I'm sure there's some videos out there on YouTube of the last night in Switzerland, and we were all pretty, I'll have to actually look them up to see what went on, because I did a little what I call time traveling that night, where I have certain sections missing from that evening, so I'll go back and review the tape.
So, everybody thinks like being a rock star is so luxurious, and you get everything and stuff like that. How grueling is it on the road?
Oh man, like I said, and Europe is never that hot. So over there they have different standards and different customs, and they're not big believers in things like ice or air conditioning, which I turn into sounding like a diva if I ask for basically three things for a hotel room, which is just wireless internet so I can stay in touch with home and run my various businesses even when I'm away. I like some ice because, I like to cool down after a show with nothing better than just ice water. So I bring bottled water, and I love some ice somewhere near the hotel. And the other thing is a little bit of air conditioning. Just so I don't know if some people out there hate air conditioning. I'm one of those people that I'll put the top down on my convertible and I'll crank the air conditioning too, because it's not so green, but I just love AC. I'm sort of like Derry. I don't travel well, and you have to keep me sort of cool, and then I'm fine. But if those are diva demands, then whatever. But the Holy Trinity never seemed to happen over there. We happened to tour Europe during a heat wave. Our van had no air conditioning, no windows, so I thank my guys because they really put up. They never complained. They put up with a lot of heat. We had to rig stage fans to get air in that thing, and we were driving 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day across Europe. A lot of fun, a lot of joking around, a lot of quality time with the iPods and the iPads and the iPhones. But, these days with technology, you can do that sort of thing. It's a lot easier than it used to be. And, yeah, it's grueling. We'd pull into places, head to sound check, try and get some dinner, try and get a shower, and you do your show. And it's not that luxurious while you're doing it. If you get a nice hotel room, that helps. But those were the quality control. Some nights were great, and other nights not so great. But overall, I think the guys had a great time. My solo band, I really appreciate, everybody. The band is Doug Odell. I have Maz on guitar, the famous Maz. He only needs one name because he's Maz. And then we have Paul LaPlaca on keyboards, and I tell you, they're real good guys, and I love touring with these guys. And it was a fun trek across Europe. Everything you think it was, like Spinal Tap, it all happens. And we survived though, and we had a great time with the fans. So excellent tour, very successful. Already planning 2013. Not even done with this year yet, and I would do it again next week. As you can tell, my throat's a little banged up from this one, and I got a little sick.
Cool. Yeah. Can you tell me, are you going to be working on any new material?
New material. I sort of like to put out, I'll be doing maybe a single and a video on my own as a solo artist maybe every year and a half or so. So I'm sort of working on the next one, the follow-up to Breathe, which I did. I put that out as a single, put it out as a video. It was sort of semi-successful. Everybody seemed to like it. So I'll be doing another, sort of cover song that I like. We've been doing it live, and hopefully we'll do a video for that as well. But as far as doing whole records, I love touring live. It's very expensive. It takes 2 or 3 businesses to cover the cost of the tours, but we'll never stop, and that's what I'm really enjoying, is just out there playing for the fans, seeing other countries, eating Swiss cheese in Switzerland, Wiener Schnitzel in Germany, and just pasta in Italy, things like that. I'm just sort of enjoying, touring around and, having some experiences.
Cool. Is there anything going on with the Danger front?
I don't know. I will have to give them a call. Like I say, I've been in Europe. We will be at Firefest in October. We've got 2 U.S. shows, which we'll use to have a lot of fun and prep for the trip to England. And as far as that goes, I owe the guys a phone call. So you might know more than me. I've been sort of in my own world this summer, working out and prepping for this tour, which had I not, we wouldn't have made it. I mean, it takes a lot of prep, a lot of exercise, a lot of dieting, a lot of working out with my throat. It's no way to live. It's not a lot of fun, but we made it through the tour, and so it was worth it. And now I just have to keep it up. And,
right. So, what's the next things coming up for you?
Oh man, I'm working on a lot of stuff for 2013. Another European tour. We will be doing, of course, the Monsters of Rock cruise. We've got that going on in, I guess, early spring. I'm not sure the exact date right now, but that's easy to find. Monsters of Rock, which is a floating party of epic proportions. So many great bands. We did it last year, and it was one of the most fun things you can do. So if you want to take a vacation and you're into rock music, you want to meet and greet and see some of the coolest bands of our era, that is the cruise. Cool. Yeah, we go through the Caribbean. It's really a lot of fun. Really cool.
Right. Let's get to some of the Ted Poley merchandise. I know you have a lot of great merchandise you've been putting out and stuff like that. Special limited edition guitar picks. All kinds of stuff. Tell a little bit of the fans about your merchandise.
Well, the thing is, I really don't get rich off this stuff. I'm a collector of, old toys, as people know, and a collector of everything, basically, rock stuff and everything. And as a collector, I like to put out limited edition things that the fans can enjoy, and that I do it not to get rich, because obviously what I'm selling is not going to pay for the tour jet, hopefully, that we'll be flying in next year in Europe. But I do it because it's fun, and I like to, see stuff with the logo on it. I have that O logo, which is now a sort of a cool brand that you can see and sort of know it's me without even seeing my name, which I sort of like that. And we have things like dog tags. I put out a USB product, which was really good. That's pretty much sold out now. So everything I do, I like it to become a collectible. I rarely reprint anything, especially not in the same form. And once things sell out, I warned you, they sell out. And then people end up with some really cool stuff that they can trade or they can hold on to. And that's more what it's about than, making the money on it. Because, like I say, I don't sell in the millions. So it's not a get-rich thing. It's more of a, I like to see my logo on stuff kind of thing.
Cool, cool. And where can people pick this stuff up?
Well, honestly, the best place now, because my website's a little bit outdated, and it's so tough to keep it up because I'm not a real computer guy. But I sell on eBay under the seller ID Ted Poley 1. It's just simply Ted Poley and the number 1. Check it out on there. The advantage from buying my stuff from me is, A, that it's probably not a bootleg because a lot of my stuff I don't even release anymore to anybody else. So if you're buying it from elsewhere, it could be a bootleg. But you can buy from me, and I usually throw in pics and things like that you can't even buy. So hopefully those come up in value, and then you've paid for the item that you got from me someday by selling your pic on eBay yourself. And I know the collectors are loving those. And, like I say, Ted Poley 1 on eBay. Check it out. I've got some things left, and a lot of things are selling out. But as they go, I'll come up with some new things.
Cool, cool. Well, I congratulate you on the latest tour, all your merchandise, and being a friend to our site for many years. And
you guys have been great to me, and I thank you for your support, and everybody out there, too. And once again, I'm usually a little more bubbly than today, but I am a little banged up from the tour, still a little bit jet-lagged, and somehow I got the crying baby, I guess, germs on the way home on the flight, and for some reason I feel like I have the flu today. But I'm happy on the inside, and I really appreciate your support and everybody out there. And, hey, it keeps getting bigger for some reason. I don't know why. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, though.
Cool, cool, cool. Thanks a lot, Ted.
Hey, thank you very much, Brian. Everybody at Rockeyez, you guys rock. Thank you for your support.